In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an automation sequence in ConvertKit. In other words, this will allow you to automate your follow-up, whether it's with your customers or your leads. You can set up a system where your emails automatically go out for you, and so you don't have to keep messing with it and wondering, hey, what am I going to send today? All right, so to do that, first thing you're going to want to do is go to Sequences. And this is where you can create a series of emails. And here, ConvertKit has a nice tutorial video for you if you want to watch it, but I'm showing you how to do it, so you don't need that. All right, so just create a new sequence up here and then give your sequence a name. And so the people that will be getting this email sequence are people who have opted in for a lead magnet all about how to quickly and easily decorate your home using items you already have. So we're going to be creating a sequence that is nurturing our leads. And this is actually, again, a account that I'm creating for a client of ours who also happens to be my sister-in-law. And so we're going to name this sequence Lead Nurture. And we're calling it a nurture sequence because the goal of the sequence is to build up that relationship with your audience to, give them so much value that they come to know, like, and trust you more, so that when you do ask for a sale, they're much more likely to buy from you. All right, so this is what it looks like. And so you have kind of a default email in here. It kind of gives you some instructions about what things are. So you got status. This is an important element right here because if it's in a draft, it's not going to be sent out. You have to click published. And you can choose when to send. So you can send right away, or you can have it send later. So you're going to get the first email right away. So we're going to set this to 0. So no matter what day they sign up, they're going to immediately get this email. And of course, you can put in the subject line of your email, and here's where you put your content. And then when you want to add more emails to the sequence, you just click this plus button here. You can add as many emails as you want, and again, space them apart as much as you want. So you can delay by so many days, so like 7 you could say, and say you don't want to send on the weekends. You can uncheck those boxes so it will only send on weekdays. So as you can see, this is really powerful and really gives you a lot of ways to customize your follow-up. So I'm going to add some emails to the sequence, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, so I've loaded up our sequence with some email ideas. So these are the top 10 questions that the audience of Corey at chaos.com.co, that her audience asks her. And so as you can see, some of these are questions, how do I organize my stuff and make it look pretty at the same time? So I just started to convert them to how-tos instead of actually questions, so that when people see them in their inbox, it makes them want to click on them. So this is kind of a good start. So there's no content in these yet because I'm not a decorating expert. So she'll have to go in and fill those in. However, I did start work on her welcome email. And so I wanted to walk you through kind of what a good welcome email looks like. So I'm saying welcome calm seeker because that's what her audience is seeking, going from chaos to calm. I don't know if that's what she wants to go with. I'm not sure if that really flows, but it can help to have kind of a name for your audience that you use in your welcome email. From there, I have a greeting saying, hello, great to have you here. Let's get to know each other a little bit better. And then I say, if you signed up because you need X, Y, or Z, which are going to be, things that she can fill in for what her brand covers, what she teaches. If so, then we're going to get along great. What you can expect from me, this is where you can set expectations for what you're going to email them. So she said she'll be giving them access to all of her blog posts and useful tips about, something that her audience would be interested in. Awesome bonus tips and tricks and secrets relevant to decorating, and once in a while I'll send out freebies. And then also you want to say to ensure that they whitelist your email or add your email to contacts so they don't go to spam. And if you're not sure how to whitelist, I included a little tutorial link, so that's handy. And then I also put in this line, which might be a little counterintuitive at first, but it says if this doesn't sound like your cup of tea, you can always unsubscribe at the bottom of this email. No hard feelings. So I'm giving them an out. And why you want to do this is because, again, you're building a business, and so you want to be serving your ideal clients, your ideal prospects. If someone is on your list and they're not interested from hearing from you frequently, they're not interested in getting your tips, etc., then you probably don't want them on your list. You don't want to be paying for them to be on your list if they're never going to buy from you. So you only want the most interested people on your list, the people who are likely to buy from you. So that's why we give them that out. And also, so it's welcoming. Even if you're someone who isn't interested in opting out, it's welcome to see that you're thinking about what's best for them, and you don't want to be wasting their time by sending them information that they're not interested in. Anyway, so if you're still here with me, a big question for you. This is big. How can I help you? So this gives you more market research on what it is your audience is struggling with, so that can guide what content you create and what products you offer. So I just have this line here. I'm all about creating value for my readers and clients. To make sure I'm bringing you the most awesome, relevant content, just hit reply to this email and answer this one question. If you could have one home decorating struggle magically solved, what would it be? So obviously you can put in whatever your niche is, whatever you're talking about, and then some kind of sign off, and then your name, and then I include a website and then picture. And then it's also a good idea to include a PS line. A lot of times this is where you will actually promote a link to your product to buy. In this case, we're just gonna reiterate the call to action for this email, which is to hit reply. So I'll say, something like that. And then I make the font size 16 point, and my emails, so the font's text is a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to read. And so you might, think, you're kind of saying the same thing in the PS line. Is that okay? Yes, because a lot of times people just skim emails. They might not read it all the way through. They might just jump straight to the PS line sometimes. And so it can be good to just reiterate your call to action there. And that's pretty much it. And then you would go into this one and you would edit and just type in whatever you want your content to be here. So obviously be answering the question, how to make a small space look bigger, etc. All the big, this is kind of a good way to start out your lead nurture sequence, is to just take like the top 10 questions that your audience has and answer them. You can answer them in a video, and then, insert a link to a video that you upload on YouTube, or you can just write it out in your email sequence. And then that gives you, a lot of great emails, and you can spread them out, after 7 days. And if you want to be sending other emails, you want to make sure you don't send duplicate content. You can you send all of your emails on Tuesdays. So that way they'll go out after 7 days and only on Tuesdays. Once a week, every Tuesday, they'll get an email, and not to send a broadcast email on a Tuesday because they're already going to be getting your lead nurture sequence. So you can go do that on all these. And now you know that automatically your audience is going to be getting follow-up. And as you see, we'll have 10 weeks of emails just right here once you have those filled out. And you don't have to have this all done before launching it, making it live. You want to go here and click publish to make sure you want to make the emails live that you want to make live. But you don't have to have them all done. You can always add as you go. You don't have to do this all at once. So that's how you get your automatic follow-up machine created. It's that simple. And one extra bonus tip is, so you don't have to keep uploading a picture to each of your emails, what you can do is you can actually go to the HTML code here, scroll down to the bottom, you can copy your little outro. Down here you can kind of see where it says blessings, just copy that, go to another email, go to the HTML, go to the bottom where you want it and paste it in. And boom, you already have your picture in there and your sign off and your PS line, which you can modify. All right, so now your sequence is done, but how do you actually get people to receive your sequence? First off, make sure to say frequently, because just creating a sequence isn't actually going to send it to anybody. So to do that, you have to create an automation. So we'll click on automations at the top, click new automation. and then we'll click create automation. And so we can choose what is going to trigger this. So we have a form for her decorating guide. So we actually have two. We have an inline form and we have a landing page. So we can actually choose both of these to go to her sequence. So we'll add an email sequence, and here's her lead nurture sequence. So now we know when someone opts in, and we make sure to turn this on rather than leaving it paused. Okay, it's on. Then we can give this a name. So we'll call this decorating automation. So now we know when someone opts in for her guide in a blog post, or they go to the landing page and opt in for her guide, they're going to be sent to a lead nurture sequence. That sequence we just created, they'll be getting those emails over time. And there's a whole bunch of other advanced features you can do if you want, but you don't have to worry about for now. This is good for getting started. And then if say you wanted to import leads, you could create a tag, and we could create a tag called leads if we wanted to. And so now we have a tag called leads that will put them into there. So if you wanted to import subscribers, you just go back to subscribers, click add subscribers, and you can add a single subscriber, or you can import from a CSV file. I know ConvertKit has tutorials on that, so I won't dive into that, but as you can see, if you're going to add a single subscriber, you just type in their name, email, click on tag, click on leads, boom, they'll get the automation. If you're going to import from a CSV, you just drag and drop the CSV file here, go to tags, select leads, boom, you're done, import subscribers. And that's it. It's, as you can see, ConvertKit makes it really simple. All their automations and sequences are very visually appealing, very easy to see, very click and drag and drop, very visual, whereas other ones like MailChimp and Aweber and so forth, they don't have, you know, nearly as great of features displayed in such a simple and easy to use manner. So I hope you found this valuable and helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, that's how you create an automation in ConvertKit, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye.